Hey everybody out there in TV land, and thanks for stopping by for our third ever YouTube video. In this one we're doing a Marvel Snap deck review. That's right, we've put a Pitbull in the Discard Casino. We've taken our best pupper friend Lockjaw and using all of our discard cards in his lane. That cycles our discards back into our deck, probably pulling even more discards out and allowing us to draw the discard later on. That's going to be powering up Morbius for its Morbin time in every single game. And additionally, we're powering up good old APOC, which will eventually transfer that power over to Dracula. So these are the four main cards that you're going to see in the deck. We had a couple of variants, the first one being that we also used Bishop because we run Swarm in this deck to allow for infinite discards, again, because it's Morbin time. We kind of cut that pretty early. Bishop just being not useful enough. We're not actually getting that many swarms, and we have big power plays with Drac and Morbius, so we don't really need to try to power up Bishop. So we just ended up replacing Bishop with more discard synergy, eventually having both Colleen Wing and Lady Sif in our deck to allow us to actually target some discards. This deck was originally created by IL4, in a wonderful way that Marvel Snap works. IL was looking for a Lockjaw deck, and I passed him over Unique's Lockjaw deck. But IL didn't have all the cards, and so he had to get creative and innovative. He really wanted to use Dracula, so he ended up putting even more discards into the deck. Now, there's only about 150 cards out there, so I think that somebody out there has put together these cards before. But this is the power of Marvel Snap. If you don't have a full collection, you got to get creative. And you end up breeding into brand new decks that may not have been seen before. One that I personally haven't seen, and one that me and IL have had a lot of success with. So we've got a speed run of the golden line that you're looking for, taken from a Twitch clip, as well as other matches that we played on our Twitch channel. If you're interested in this kind of stuff and want to check me out, go over to twitch.tv and you can hit up JeeseJames, and that's my Twitch page. We'd really enjoy hanging out with you. Before we kick into these clips and actually highlighting and showing off this deck, let me remind you, there's some YouTube stuff. Some buttons. Press them. I don't know. Also, we have a mirror match against IL4, the agent in chat. So go ahead and pause this video. Go down to the comments. Make a prediction. Am I going to win? Does the agent win? And then edit your comment after viewing the entire video and let us know if you were right and why you were betting on either IL, the agent, or myself. Without further ado, let's highlight this deck and get right into those clips. The idea is that with Lockjaw, you play a card there, it puts it back into your deck, it pulls another card out. So you are playing your discards on Lockjaw, putting your discards back in your deck, a discard card coming back out, going onto Lockjaw lane, and then you discard again. So you discard, you discard, you discard. With Apocalypse, every time he's discarded, he goes back in your hand. So you can infinitely discard Apocalypse. Swarm, every time you discard Swarm, you get two copies of Swarm at 0 cost. So again, you can infinitely discard. So you're looking to wait. Turn 2, you play Morbius if you have it in your hand. Turn 3, you play Lockjaw if you have it in your hand. Turn 4, you play Dracula if you have it on your hand. Turn 5, discards through Lockjaw like a crazy madman. Turn 6, try to get everything out of your hand like a crazy madman. Again, discarding through Lockjaw so that Apocalypse is the only thing left in your hand. Dracula eats Apocalypse at the end of the game, making it even bigger and giving Dracula a huge boost. So we got IL match here. The Pitbull in Disc Casino mirror matchup. IL being the agent in game, both in chat, and we were able to match against each other. So here's our mirror match. We will see which one of the two of us, we've both been navigating this deck all week. We'll see who navigates the deck better. So we're going to make this play. I'm not going to commentate too hard on which plays we make, just in case I know IL's hanging out with us. I know he's not stream sniping, but I don't want to give him too much information while we're speaking. So Murder World here is, again, one of the reasons why we like to hold off on playing our cards early game if we were to have played Blade, for instance, in the middle, then we did get the discard, but then Murder World would ruin it for us. Alright, looks like the agent's already starting to build up his APOC with more and more power. But we've got our Lockjaw online, so we're going to be able to start utilizing our Pitbull. Now, we could be playing this card here, but I'm not feeling it, and I'll tell you why. Because I'd rather play this card so that it goes back into our deck. A little less energy efficient, but we're going to have that card hopefully come back out and take care of some business on the other side of the board for us. Oh my, the Gambit coming out, destroying our Morbius. That's a big hit for us. That's a lot of power. We will no longer be able to charge our Morbius up. But we will get a second chance at our Gambit as it went back into our deck, and we did find our Dracula from the Lockjaw. So now we just need to power up our cards in the same way that the agent's powering up theirs. Yeah, so I think in that exact line of thinking, we are going to start powering up. Alright, this is the line that I like. So we're using Lockjaw to use that washing machine, get stuff in and out of our casino. And we're putting a little bit of power on left because we know that APOC on their side at least can't go left. We don't see their Dracula yet, but we do know that they've got the APOC. The Gambit coming out for us again. I told you, putting Gambit back in the deck, so powerful, being able to get that second run of a destroy. Alright, we weren't able to put quite enough power on the big house. So we do know that they have APOC in hand, and it's a biggin. I'm pretty sure the agent's also running Chavez, because that is the exact thing we discussed before this match, was trying this out on him. So I think this might be a loss, because Chavez alone won't win the middle lane. So we're going to change things up. Normally we want Dracula to eat APOC, but seeing that we needed that middle lane and that Chavez wouldn't win it for us, we decided to put APOC in the middle, hoping for that Chavez power to come back up. Agent, keep going. Click again, just auto click. Let's see if we can get another one queued up. But that was a hell of a lot of fun. Thanks for playing, and thanks for helping me science this deck together, IL. On this Pitbull in the Hello Casino, kind of where I landed on it. The idea is just to get a lot of discards going on, and we can use Lockjaw in order to kind of do that. And then hopefully Morbius and Dracula just kind of win the game for us. So we end up skipping our first two turns most of the time with this deck list. If you have Morbius, you want to play him on curve. That's pretty much it. Of course, there's always exception to the rules based off of which locations you get. We have Comatage, so this is an excellent set of locations for us. This stupid rock location is bad for us. We don't rocks in our deck, but at least we can control it. So we do not have Lockjaw yet. So I think I'm going to go ahead and Moon Knight, because I want to go ahead and start getting things going, even though we don't have Lockjaw. Really would have preferred to have Lockjaw, put Lockjaw down on bid, and then just hard start cycling our discards. Maybe I should have waited one more pull to see if we top decked Lockjaw, but I figured I'd just go ahead and take a look. I think it's a good thing we did it too, because Lost Diablo Space kind of ruined what we were planning there anyway. Alright, we're gonna get Dracula down. This is gonna be one of those games where we're not so sure on snap until at least we see what turn 5 looks like. We need some extra bits in this for sure. Okay. So we have APOC for Dracula. That feels good. They're going first. That also feels good. So I think we're just going to put our power down on mid. Maybe Gambit hits Sif. I'm actually hoping Gambit hits whatever they play this turn. It's a rock. Don't hit the rock. Don't hit the rock, Gambit. Hit anything else but what they played this turn. Used our APOC for it as well. Alright. The final turn, and they snapped us. Got 2 cards in our discard. Dracula might be a 2. Might be a 16. Or I could play Lockjaw and have Dracula be a 6 or 16. Which I don't think I like that either. Alright, we're going to play Hella. We're going to take a pull out of Hella's slot machines here in her casino. The Pitbull didn't quite show up to the casino in time to be useful. I'm not going to snap back, but I'm going to take a look at this. I feel like we got a decent chance here. Hella should probably pull us some more discard cards. So that should guarantee that Drac hits APOC. So we still win mid by a point. Tied right, that feels good. Hellcow guarantees Lockjaw gets out of here. Perfect. Maybe we should have snapped. That's what happens when you bring a Pitbull into Hella's casino. Even when he shows up late, then we can let Hella take over and take the wheel. So I like this deck. It's very flexible. Alrighty, let's take another look. Let's take another match. A rematch even. We just played against this opponent at this crazy discard Lockjaw deck. So, as is normal, we're going to wait our first 2 turns. Just go ahead and pass. We got a Raft. Okay, I think we're going to be wanting to dump there, so we're probably looking to put Lockjaw in the middle lane on Raft so that we can dump. Oh, but Quake shuffling it up for us. Okay. This is looking good. I should have played Morbius on turn 2. That was a big misplay on my part. I didn't even register that Morbius was in hand. That's the only reason you wouldn't skip turn 2 is you have Morbius. You want to go ahead and lay him down. But let's see if we can navigate around that misplay and still win this one. Okay. So this is going to discard 2 and have a 50-50 chance to lose Morbius. And in fact, we want to do Wing first for order so that the 50-50 happens. Hopefully we win the 50-50 and Blade has even less chance to hit Morbius because we'll have 2 additional swarms. See how they look. Our opponent did snap us. I'm not ready to snap back yet, but I'm not too worried. We are infinite. We're not going to be losing any cubes here. Okay, good hit. Good hit on Swarm. Blade, can you also hit right? Gambit, discarding the cow, still okay. We're just wanting to keep hold of Morbius. Alright, we found a rock. We found ourselves a rock. Alright, excellent. So we do have Morbius ready. I think we'll throw Morbius on the right. And let's get this rock out of here, shall we? And then we don't really need more than 1 swarm in hand at any given point. Cal has already been discarded. Cow would be the only reason we'd want more than one swarm. And now that I think about it, let's bring all this back. I actually like fighting mid better. We can fight mid. They've already put some power there on right. It's going to be hard for them to put power on mid, and Morbius is definitely going to be able to grow. Full of discard. Perfect, perfect. The washing machine effect of Lockjaw, just rinsing our cards through our deck, working perfectly. Oh my goodness, we find a Hela. How many cards have we discarded? I wish I had a discard tracker, but we don't. That is okay. Let's see here. That ties right there. 1, 2, 3. We've discarded at least 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. 4. No, one of these was a rock. Okay, so I think we've discarded at least 3 cards. So I think I'm leaving 1 spot open so that Hela can fill the other 3 with the discarded cards. Bishop not really doing much for it. Oh, well, okay, okay. Bishop getting a little something there. Not bad. And I think that's another discard Lockjaw win on all 3 lanes. We end up getting a lot of 3-lane wins with this deck. Hey, thank you for looking at my deck. If you want to send me a picture of your deck, join the Discord. I collect deck pics on the Discord. And this was a randomly chosen match, so if it turns out a good one, that might make it to the YouTube. Hi, YouTube. It might, because look at this. We got the Lockjaw. We're going to follow up the Lockjaw with Dracula on curve. Then we're going to be able to Gambit. It's a limbo game, so we have even more time to run our washing machine in the casino. This looks like a good one. Alright, they're running some sort of destroy deck. They've already got Winter Soldier on the left. I don't really mind that much. They are going to get to play a card, but honestly, it's a 66% chance we destroy something good. I mean, look at that. Oh, but wait. Dracula on curve. Dracula on curve. We don't want to risk dumping Drac. I almost forgot about that because I got so excited about the Gambit line. Oh, this is really good. This is really good. Gambit. Blade, run those through the Lockjaw revolving door in and out of the casino. That's going to destroy something over here, hopefully, which is going to mess up with Ant-Man at the very least. Hopefully it hits one of those 6 powers. And then order matters here. We played Gambit first so that Blade could be played later, so that Gambit goes into the deck, and there's a small chance that Blade brings Gambit right back out for that double destruction. This is a rematch. Alright, so they pulled the Kingpin. Hey, get out of here, Kingpin. Morbius showing up. Okay, that feels good. Oh yeah, King Who, that's right. Not in my town. Look at that, and the Gambit showing back up, so Gambit goes back into the deck. Lady Sif, I'm feeling's good. We're gonna hit APOC. Go ahead and power APOC up. And then we will get rid of the swarms later. Actually, we're gonna get rid of the swarms now, because I want Gambit to hit APOC as well. Always leaving a space open for next turn in case we need to put power there. We don't want to brick our lane too early, giving away exactly how much our opponent needs to beat us. They run the arrow so we get disc towered. Ugh. Ooh, that was a little rough. But that's okay because we can still Blade. Discard APOC. Hellcow can give us power. Where do we need power? I don't think we need power mid because we got Dracula there. and throwing, so we're going to throw the power on left just to minimize our point differential there in case we end up tying something. But I don't think we will. 12, 16, 20, we're putting 20 power mid. We're going to snap them back. And I didn't even think about it, but playing more swarms helped with arrow. In fact, if we would have saw that line, we could have played our zero cost swarms first to guarantee those were the ones that were going to get pulled by arrow, destroy some swarms we don't care about. Wish I would have seen that line beforehand. We knew this was a kingpin deck. We had saw the cloak. We saw Fisk was online. We could have very easily seen that line for our opponent, but never punished. Dracula wins the day. GG. Alright, we got Morbius on curve. That always feels good. Now if we can just find the lockjaw. Ooh. So this is our raft lane. That's probably where we want the lockjaw. We haven't found him yet. We're going to put Morbius on the left. I don't know what's going to be in this last location, and I don't want to risk it. They didn't go after the raft, which is a little awkward, but we did find our Pitbull right on curve, showing up, our guard dog, to the casino right on time. That's going to let us pull more cards in and out, get more discards, and I think we might very well see a snappable game on this one. Alright, they hit us with the Daredevil, so they're going to know our turn 5 play, and they snapped. I'm not feeling confident to snap back yet, but maybe we should. Let's not snap. I want to see if they end up filling the raft. They may have just filled up the raft, which is why they snapped. But I'm willing to pay 1 cube to see what they've done. We're also going to be able to Gambit a card away, put Gambit back in our deck, hopefully find Gambit come back again. Oh, they pulled the Green Goblin out, giving us the raft, and it's Hela. Yo, what's up? I'll snap that. Of course, we discarded the Hela immediately. I wasn't completely expecting that. Wumblebee already up to rank 108. Game is easy, isn't it? As long as you build a relationship with your deck, you understand what decks are out there, minimize your losses, maximize your profits, you too can be infinite. Oh my, oh my, oh my. So we lost the raft, and they know it. There's nothing we can do about it. We want to get maximum discards. And put a little bit of power over here. We don't have Dracula. Yeah, we're going to put a little bit of power over here. And then we're probably going to swarm it. Apocalypse next turn. If we don't discard Apocalypse, we'll be a little sad. But I think we'll be okay here. I got a little snap happy when I saw that zero cost Hela. Snapped back and then instantly discarded it. But I'm still feeling okay with this. Yeah. This is a 2. This is a 2. So those matches are swarms. So we can just use Swarm to counteract these. Hellcow's still taking care of Angela. So yeah, I think we just Swarm here. Get the 15 plus 6 of 21. Let's see here. Angela's going to go up by 2. That's going to put her at 10. So that's 24, 32. So they need like 9 more power there. So I think we can go ahead and APOC, Swarm, and this one might be the win. Box of Doom, I am just lucky, got Squirrel Girl in my deck. There you go, there you go. Climb those levels, get those cards, enjoy that Marvel Snap. Love to hear it, Fox's Doom. Glad to have you with us. And look at that. Even though they took away the power of Nid, again, it didn't matter because Nid just adds 5 to all cards. So as long as we had more power, we had more power. And we were able to navigate that deck and win another casino game.